The next day, and here is the back carpet. It is really faded, and I'm gonna shoot it with the fabric dye that I used for the door cards. I've used it in the past and I've had really good success. I'm just gonna clean this off a little bit and mostly clean off this thing. I don't know what it is. It looks kind of like glue or something. I don't know. I might have to just, yeah, there's a hole on that side, so that's, no wait, there's the hole. But anyway, I'm gonna clean that off and shoot that with that. Yeah, when I took it up, the back looks really bad. That's not just rust. Yeah, it's rust and it's the installation too. But if I pick that up and I guess sand it and maybe spray it and save this, it's this metal piece right here, then I could probably save that piece. And if not, then I will have to take this piece out. There's a screw under here and under there, and then I'll have to replace this piece and maybe even this metal piece too. They come up. The floor itself, the red part, is actually in good shape, but it's just those two metal pieces. But yeah, I'm gonna spray this carpet and work on this and get back to you. Here is what the speakers turned out. As you can see, turned out really freaking good. So this dye is really good, guys. So if you're wanting to dye your carpets or vinyl or something, the Duplicolor vinyl and carpet dye is awesome. One more time, it's this. It's like 10 bucks, and one can goes pretty far. I've dyed a whole carpet in that car for one can. So anyway, I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but yeah, let's get to this. You can see now it's really dark, it's nice, it looks brand new, besides having to vacuum it a little bit, but it turned out really good. Now to tackle the mess in the car. So I've been working on this back area under the carpet, been using the vacuum and a paint scraper, and this is what I got so far. I got all that insulation that was sticking to it up, but as you can see, it's rusty. I'm just going to replace this piece and it just comes up with these screws right here, right here, right here, you know, and they go all the way around. So when I go to the junkyard, see, like, the rust is so bad, just punching a hole through it. So yeah, for now I'll cover it up with the carpet once it's dry, just to cover up the ugliness. I thought about sanding it and then spraying it, but it's just not worth it. If I can't find one, yeah, of course I'll do that. Sand it down, paint it to prevent rust in the future, and maybe weld a little piece of metal right there. It does nothing structurally though. But that's that. So that's a lost cause for now, but I'm glad I found out about it. Carpet's about dry. Turned out really good. Needs a little vacuum. But yeah, I'm gonna throw this carpet back in here in a minute and then I'll get right back to you. I got the carpet back in and it looks really good, as you can see. It looks basically brand new. On the camera it looks kind of whitish, but in person it doesn't, so matches the carpets down there. Now I need to vacuum and get 2 new Miata mats. That one's in okay shape. That one seen better days. But dashboard and everything looks really good. That looks good. The carpets look good. The seats are just a little faded, but not ripped. They're in good shape. Seat belts, the female ends need to be refinished or replaced, and these seat belts, see, they're faded a little bit. Of course, it's a convertible and it's seen sun. Gotta replace these latches and these nasty visors, and the rear view mirror, because up here has that little bit of rust or whatever that is. I know I showed that rust right there, but that's the only rust I've seen on this car besides this little tiny spot right there. In the scheme of things, it's nothing, see? So eventually when I repaint it or get somebody to repaint it, I will stay in that spot. It's just surface rust. But I looked under the car and everything and there is no rust, thankfully. The underside of the car looks really good. Just where that carpet was the only rust I saw. So that is a lucky thing on my part. But that's that. And next I am either going to tackle the tow hooks, the rims, because they seen better days, or I'm going to tackle that temp sensor in there. So we'll see what I do, but it does look kind of like it's gonna rain, so we'll see. The next day, and today I took out that air box and I was gonna paint the valve cover, which I didn't yet because I gotta get the spark plugs. I got the valve cover gasket and everything. I changed this hose and the PVZ valve for now. I got the right fitting for the windshield wipers, so now both sides work. And this area over here, it was all surface rust and stuff like that. I took out that bracket that was doing absolutely nothing, and I sanded it and everything and cleaned it up really good, so just for now. And then I will do a better sand job and everything and clean it up better, because when I paint the engine bay, it's going to be painted probably white, so that's gonna look good. It's gonna be white. I painted my headers and the side of the block for now. When I change out the headers, they're gonna be nice and shiny and stuff. White engine bay, a white valve cover, black letters. See, like, you could put like black into it and fill it up basically. This will be shiny white over here, a metal Mishimoto coolant reservoir, a new windshield wiper thingy, blah blah blah, Mishimoto radiator and fan, hard dog radiator coolant thingy to direct air into it instead of coming up. But here is what the headers look like now. And the side of the block, as you can see. I think it looks pretty good. Like, it's like a silvery gray. It's a primer, high heat paint, so I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna take this bracket off too and paint it the same color, but as you can see, even the whole side of the block is like that. It's nice. And now I'm eventually gonna pull this engine and put forged parts into it and stuff like that and paint it for real, but for now, you know, because it looked really bad. I took the heat shield off, snapped a bunch of bolts. Some of the parts where the bolts go into broke off, the welds, So I'm just going to leave the heat shield off. This will seal in some of the heat because your air box sits right here. So that will seal the heat in, you know, and keep it away from, you know, your little snorkel that goes like over here. Hopefully that's the idea. But I think it looks pretty good. Of course, I didn't spray the O2 sensor. But tomorrow I am going to do the valve cover white, so it will look pretty good. I'm going to replace these tubes. I already got them. And that's all for now. When it's all done, it's going to look really good. It's just, you know, I'm doing what I can with what I got. And once I get my hose kit, it's going to look a lot better. That is the end of this video. You guys know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe. So I'm going to be basically doing the engine bay in like little steps or little sections at a time instead of doing stripping everything and painting the whole engine bay at once and stuff like that, just to make it easier, I guess, on me, you know. So one section's gonna look good, then the other section will look good, you know. So tomorrow I am going to be doing the valve cover white. I'm not going to be doing the black lettering yet, so I'm going to put new spark plugs in. The wires are already good, and I'm going to put the new temp sensor in because I gotta get back there anyway, and change out spark plugs and paint the valve cover and change the valve cover gasket. So that's what tomorrow holds. So I will see you guys then. Bye.